How Middleton hockey players are finding a way to hit the ice this winter, why they're spending the day at their own outdoor rink, and new concerns over a coronavirus spike on the UW-Madison campus, what the university is considering doing to slow the spread. Plus, she's being called a model airman, but we're learning about one of the victims of this week's deadly plane crash in Rock County.
This is News 3 Now at 6.
Thanks for joining News 3 Now at 6. I'm Amanda Quintana. We have an alert day in the forecast as snow works its way back into our area this weekend. Let's get a look at your first warn weather with meteorologist Dana Fulton.
Right now things are dry for us. Overall, just a cool day for February. But as we look ahead to tomorrow, yes, an alert day in the forecast for your Sunday as that snow is going to return. Radar right now, again, pretty quiet for southern Wisconsin, but our skies are going to become mostly cloudy overnight, and that's going to lead to that light snow developing throughout the day tomorrow. Right now it's 20 in Madison, 18 in Janesville. Those temperatures compared to this time yesterday, quite a jump. Almost a 9-degree jump for Mineral Point, a 5-degree jump for much of Dane County. Overnight, it'll stay quite mild. In fact, our temperature is not expected to drop much for those overnight lows. We'll rise through the teens overnight. About 1 to 3 inches of snow expected by the end of this event overnight Sunday into Monday. Seasonable temperatures for the next few days, and then by Tuesday, we could see some afternoon high temperatures in the low 40s. That'll be a nice little change of pace for the start of the week. We'll take a closer look again at those snow chances in just a few minutes, Amanda.
All right, thank you, Dana. Dozens of hockey players are hitting the ice today for a tournament that ends with a prize much larger than shiny trophies. Gabriela Becerra and photojournalist Grace Hodek share how an entire team of high school hockey players are celebrating a heartfelt victory.
The meaning of hockey goes beyond the sport for high school senior Ava Jambor.
Hockey players coming together for something bigger than the game is what we like to say.
After COVID cut the season short, Middleton High School hockey players and local community members came together to find a new purpose. Jambor hosted the Super Noah fundraising event in honor of Noah Sanger.
I decided that I wanted to have the Super Noah event regardless, because regardless of COVID, cancer isn't canceled either.
Sanger beat his battle to acute lymphoblastic leukemia in March 2020 after 3 years of treatments. The Middleton community fought alongside him the whole way.
I'm overwhelmed by, the level of effort that everybody's put in. But what has been most surprising to me is the community that doesn't have any hockey affiliation coming out and supporting and helping.
The fundraiser began back in September when these hockey players suddenly had a lot more time on their hands.
They wanted to channel their energy into something positive. They decided to do a fundraiser.
The team raised $15,000 for today's tournament. Although they'll pick their skates back up next year, they hope to continue honoring Noah and his fight.
We're just so blessed that so many people have come out and shared their support in these uncertain times like they have.
In Middleton, Gabriela Becerra, News 3 Now.
Noah is now 8 years old. His team played the last game in the tournament this afternoon, and his dad gave a speech. Turning to our coronavirus headlines now, the 7-day average of new cases in Wisconsin continues to trend down. The state is averaging 624 new cases a day over the past week. That's the lowest average since mid-July. 17 more people have died, while almost 14% of the state's population has received at least one dose of a COVID-19 vaccine. UW-Madison is reporting a decrease in new coronavirus cases, but there are still concerns over a spike in infections among students and staff on and off campus. The university's online dashboard shows 73 new cases on Thursday. That includes 67 students. It comes after 2 straight days of more than 100 combined cases between students and employees. Health experts say we can expect to see more spikes throughout the semester until a majority of the population is vaccinated.
I would feel much better about it if most of the population that needs to be vaccinated had already been vaccinated. And even though we've made strides there, it's still a pretty small fraction thus far that can be considered protected.
University officials say if the trend continues or worsens, they could end up making students in certain residence halls test every other day, as well as limit access to certain buildings for everyone. New tonight, we're learning more about the UW-Madison graduate who died in this week's plane crash in Janesville. In addition to being a founding member of the Madison-based Four Lakes chapter of Women in Aviation, Remington Viney was part of the Wisconsin Air National Guard. The Madison-based 115th Fighter Wing says Staff Sergeant Remington K. Viney began her military journey in 2013. She enlisted as a crew chief assigned to work with the 115th. In 2018, she transitioned to command and control operations, working full-time in the command post. In a Facebook post, the 115th Fighter Wing said it was no secret that Viney had a passion for flying and that she strove to exceed in her life and her career. They called her a model American airman who was loved by many and will be greatly missed. Last night, the Rock County Medical Examiner identified Viney and the other person killed in that crash. 25-year-old Tanner Byholm of Gildan up in Ashland County was also on board. Both Byholm and Viney were pronounced dead at that crash site about a mile from the Southern Wisconsin Regional Airport. The FAA and NTSB are investigating. One person is in the hospital after a snowmobile crash this afternoon. Dane County Dispatch says it happened in the village of Belleville near Highway 69 and County Highway A. The condition of the victim is not known. The Wisconsin Court of Appeals has dismissed a DNR request to stop Wisconsin's wolf hunt, which is scheduled to start next week. The DNR was appealing a court order that requires a hunt this month, but the appeals court says that order was not a final judgment. The week-long hunt will start Monday and run until February 28th. Up to 200 wolves will be allowed to be harvested. There's more to come on News 3 Now at 6 as more vaccinations get into people's arms around the country. We're looking into some of the biggest myths when it comes to the shot. Plus, a UW researcher leads a study that could change the way we detect cancer. Details after the break.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto helps people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Maintenance fee, ATM fee. Can I hide in your fort?
Sure, but the fort fee is 10 cookies.
Need a place to hide from fees? With a BMO Harris Smart Advantage account, you can get cash with nearly as many fee-free ATMs in the U.S. as the 3 largest banks combined, and no monthly maintenance fee.
Huh, did you hear that? No monthly maintenance fee.
Fort fees are subject to the governing bodies of the fort.
She did not learn that from me.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect. And right now, get a $200 bonus when you open a new BMO Harris Smart Advantage account.
You may not know them. The coffee shop owner who knows your order. The couple who saves your seats. The family down the street who greets you with a smile. They've been there for you. Now you can be there for them. Donate today and help our friends and neighbors keep their power on.
Every year, thousands of Wisconsin residents make the difficult choice between eating or heating their home. So News 3 Now and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund would like to thank all who donated to our Week of Warmth. Your generous gifts of warmth will directly help your neighbors in crisis. For more information about the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund, visit kwwf.org. Week of Warmth for the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund, sponsored by Viridian Homes. Watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. A new study released this week finds analyzing DNA in urine could actually help detect cancer. Currently, cancers are detected and diagnosed using more invasive methods, like surgical biopsies of suspected tumors or blood draws. But researchers in this study now believe urinalysis can detect more than just diseases and disorders. The study was led by an associate professor at UW's School of Medicine and Public Health.
When we started this project, we were really just wondering, there's been so much progress using blood tests for cancer detection, especially this area of liquid biopsies for cancer detection with using blood samples. We were wondering whether urine would serve as a reasonable alternative, because if it could work, it would be truly non-invasive. You wouldn't really need any help to collect the sample.
While early results are promising, researchers say they need to test their findings in much larger populations of cancer patients and compare it to the urine of healthy individuals. Wisconsin's first statewide vaccination site opened this week, a reassuring sign that more people will get vaccinated soon. But some people are still questioning the safety of the shot. Christina Laurie took some of their top concerns to one of Madison's top doctors.
I went straight to the source. UW Health's Chief Quality Officer, Dr. Jeff Pothoff. And here's how this conversation worked. I presented Dr. Pothoff with a statement, and then he explained what makes it true or false and why. First up, if you get offered a vaccine, take it. It doesn't matter which one. Dr. Pothoff says this is true.
It's human nature to look for the best and then try to hold out and get the best.
But when it comes to getting your coronavirus vaccine, he says efficacy, meaning you don't get any symptoms of COVID-19 at all, is not what's most important. The main purpose of the vaccine is to prevent severe cases.
If I have to choose between maybe I have cold-like symptoms and I don't die to rolling the dice with a COVID infection, of course it's a no-brainer. Get whatever vaccine is available to you.
That brings us to the second statement. The Johnson & Johnson vaccine was tested against the new strains of the virus, so it's actually more effective than originally thought. Dr. Pothoff calls this partially true.
For the most part, all of the vaccines that are out there now are actively being tested against these new strains.
And although all vaccines are less effective against the new strains, they are equally effective in preventing hospitalizations or death.
We almost never say 100% in medicine, but they seem to be very, very effective.
Finally, if you've qualified to get a vaccine and have a clean health record, you can transfer your appointment to somebody else. Dr. Pothoff says this is false.
You can imagine that the complexity of trying to determine everyone's specific factors as to where they fit on a hierarchy of needing the vaccine just gets to be so operationally challenging. We'd spend all of our time deciding who gets a vaccine and not vaccinating people.
Now, this is just a sampling of the long conversation that I had with Dr. Pothoff. I transcribed the whole thing. You can read that on our website, channel3000.com. But the main two takeaways is that you should get the shot as soon as it becomes available to you, and all of the approved vaccines already on the market are safe. Reporting in Madison, Christina Laurie, News 3 Now.
Tomorrow night, we'll air part 2 of this conversation. Dr. Pothoff will fact-check some of the biggest rumors when it comes to what happens after you get your vaccine. Coming up on News 3 Now at 6, Republicans consider a lot of Governor Evers' budget a non-starter. So we're asking the governor if he sees room for negotiation. Plus, more snow on its way to our area. Dana has all the details you need to be prepared. Next.
We are the Thrivers, women with metastatic breast cancer. Our time for more time has come. Living longer is possible and proven in postmenopausal women taking Kisqali plus fulvestrant. In a clinical trial, Kisqali plus fulvestrant helped women live longer with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer, and it significantly delayed disease progression. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Pick and Save, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
There's still time to save big because Steinhafels President's Day sale has been extended. Take 35% off store-wide, plus get an extra $100 off and great deals like any size Sealy mattress, $99. This leather reclining sofa, only $7.99. 5-piece dining set, $7.49. A queen bed, just $8.99. Steinhafels has the largest selection of in-stock furniture and mattresses at the guaranteed lowest prices. So hurry in and save big, only at Steinhafels and Steinhafels.com.
Watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. Republicans are accusing Governor Tony Evers of including divisive policies in his budget plan, saying his proposal is, quote, dead on arrival. Governor Evers is a bit more optimistic. Evers' budget proposes massive changes to juvenile justice, health care, and a big boost to education funding. But Republicans say issues like Medicaid expansion, marijuana legalization, repeal of Act 10, and raising the minimum wage are non-starters. In a one-on-one interview with our Naomi Coles, Evers defends his plans.
Why include policies in a budget plan that clearly don't have a chance in the legislature?
Well, I'm not sure they don't. Well, those policies didn't come out of thin air. Again, recreational marijuana, it's passed many referendums across the state of Wisconsin. Polls indicate that people want it. Medicaid expansion, same thing.
We'll have more of our exclusive interview with Governor Evers tomorrow morning on For the Record. That starts at 10:30 right here on WISC TV. President Biden has declared a major disaster in Texas after this week's winter storm. The White House says Biden has asked federal agencies to identify additional resources to help thousands of Texans still struggling without power, clean water, or food. Biden says he hopes to travel to Texas next week, but doesn't want his presence to distract from the state's recovery. Let's get a look at your First Warn weather with Dana Fulton. Man, the news about Texas just doesn't stop.
It has been a lot, not just in Texas, but throughout the Deep South with that winter weather coming through. Right now, as we look at our Doppler track, things pretty quiet for us this evening, but we do have an alert day in the forecast tomorrow because we will have that snow building in late in the day on Sunday. We'll break this down with our future track for the next few hours. Skies steadily becoming mostly cloudy. Temperatures are going to warm overnight. We'll only drop maybe a few more degrees for overnight lows. Early Sunday morning, we're right close to 20 with some light flurries possible early in the day, but the best chance for any light snow to really start to develop and build in, that comes through in the afternoon and evening. Once it arrives, it's going to stay for a few hours, so we are going to have very messy road conditions later on in the day. This will likely continue through most of the overnight hours, starting to taper off to light flurries after midnight. Mostly cloudy overnight into Monday, and then for Monday we might get a little bit of clearing for us as that snow does completely exit the area. In general, snow totals in that 1 to 3 inch range, enough that we're going to have to get things cleaned up a little bit for early Monday. Some of those higher bands, some heavier bands, look like they might be trailing a little northwest of Dane County, so not a major event passing through, but still stuff that's going to make our roads a little slick outside for anyone who is out late Sunday night or again very early Monday morning, because it's going to take a second to get things cleaned up on the roads, and of course getting the driveway and sidewalks all cleaned up for us with that light snow coming down. After that, the general trend that we've kind of been focusing on is the uptick in our temperatures, and our 6 to 10 day outlook and 8 to 14 day outlook, very likely that we will be seeing temperatures trending above average into early March. That'll warm us up just a little bit, and even as we look ahead to the work week, we're going to include a few days with those above average temperatures. Mostly cloudy skies for tomorrow with that snow developing later on in the day. High temperatures will be just close to freezing, so it is going to be that heavy, dense snow coming down. For Monday, it's a little breezy outside, possibly a flurry or two at night. The same goes with that flurry chance late on Tuesday, but temperature-wise, Tuesday, we will be in the low 40s. That'll be quite a jump up for us. The rest of the week seems likely that temperatures will be trending close to freezing with those overnight lows near 20 degrees. Not Not a lot of opportunities for any steady snowfall in there, Amanda, aside from what we will be seeing tomorrow, but that 40-degree day on Tuesday. Yeah. That'll
be nice. Very exciting. It'll be nice. And even the 30s, man, at this point, I'm happy to see the 30s.
To see that and some sunshine, it'll be good news.
Yes, thank you so much, Dana. A traffic note tonight, there are major backups right now on I-3990 near Stoughton. We've been told that State Patrol is responding to an incident there. We'll have the latest on our website and tonight on News 3 Now at 10. Still ahead at 6, how a group of medical students in Pittsburgh is using decades-old technology to help communities of color during the pandemic.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Joint pain, swelling, tenderness.
My psoriasis. Cosentix works on all of this.
Cosentix can help you look and feel better by treating the multiple symptoms of psoriatic arthritis. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentix. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms. If your inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to, serious allergic reactions may occur.
Watch me.
Get real relief with Cosentix.
The most important thing in the Chevy Equinox is not forward collision alert or automatic emergency braking. No, the most important thing in the Equinox isn't any of the advanced safety features we've put into it. It's what you put into it. Chevy Safety Assist, standard on every 2021 Chevy Equinox.
Get a $4,000 cash allowance on most 2021 Equinox models. Plus, current Chevy owners with an eligible GM credit card get an additional $1,750 total allowance. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Do you take daily prescription pain medications, but they don't help enough? Do you want more options to better manage chronic pain? University of Wisconsin-Madison STAMP Study offers free, safe, therapeutic programs to address chronic pain. The programs occur once a week for 8 weeks and pays up to $340. Call 608-212-6902 today. Again, that's 608-212-6902.
It's replacement window season, and Champion Comfort 365 windows are buy 2, get 2 free.
Replacing the windows, it made our home more comfortable and more functional.
Buy 2, get 2 free. Call now or download our free buyer's guide at getchampionwindows.com.
You may not know them. The coffee shop owner who knows your order. The couple who saves your seats. The family down the street who greets you with a smile. They've been there for you. Now you can be there for them. Donate today and help our friends and neighbors keep their power on.
COVID cases are currently headed in the right direction in Wisconsin. What doctors say we need to do to keep them on the decline. And Austin is tracking our weekday forecast. Join us Sunday morning at 6:30.
Watching News 3 Now at 6.
The coronavirus pandemic has highlighted the problem of unequal health care in underserved areas of the country. Now, a hospital in Pittsburgh is reviving a decades-old ambulance to help communities of color. Skylar Henry reports on the rebooted program and why it's getting national attention.
Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, my God.
Yes. This brand new ambulance gets the seal of approval from Desiree Owens. The Pittsburgh native is part of the city's newest generation of emergency responders.
My roots has actually always been in it. I've seen my grandma when I was younger, coming up, caring for everyone.
I'm looking for deformities, contusions, abrasions.
Owens is in training for Freedom House 2.0, a reboot of a 1960s program that became the blueprint for modern-day ambulatory services. The idea then was to train mostly unemployed black men to provide emergency medical service.
And the real question was, could they really take men who, for the most part, were deemed unemployable in our community and train them in emergency medical care? The answer was absolutely they could.
I'm sure you know of just kind of the context as to what was going on in this neighborhood, why a project like that needed to be established in the first place.
We understand that in that period there were many people that even died unnecessarily because there was no real way to meet their need in emergencies.
A recent study looking at workforce diversity found just 5% of emergency medical technicians identify as black, a number the program aims to increase.
Breathing, great quality.
With support from the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center, 21 students will be trained to handle both medical and social emergencies, many overcoming their own challenges at home.
The reasons why they come to the classroom is to change that fabric that shapes their life outside into something different.
Organizers hope the program will inspire a new blueprint in cities across the country, providing jobs and creating healthcare workers who better reflect the communities they serve. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Pittsburgh.
The new Freedom House plans on training 2 groups in 10-week sessions by June. The Boys and Girls Clubs of Dane County is getting ready for one of its biggest events of the year. It's called Hearts for Helping. And this year, it's a virtual fundraiser. The show starts tonight at 7 o'clock. The clubs have a goal to raise $350,000 tonight. Tonight's event includes a kids' talent show, celebrity appearances, and community hero awards.
How can we engage the community? How can we highlight our youth? How can we recognize community leaders who have stepped up so much during this pandemic? And we came up with this virtual event.
National Guard Life Insurance Company has already pledged $30,000 to tonight's show. UW-Madison Chancellor Rebecca Blank will serve as the event's keynote speaker. You can watch the Boys and Girls Clubs of Dane County's virtual show, Hearts for Helping, at the top of the hour. We'll be streaming it on our Channel 3000 Facebook page as well as on our 24/7 streaming app, Channel 3000 Plus. Check this out. It's Canada's largest snow maze, and this year it's bigger than ever before. The owner of the Manitoba Maze says that she wanted to make it bigger. She says it was their way to allow for social distancing, but many people are actually getting lost in it. It's 240 feet by 240 feet, and it took 6 weeks to build due to unusually warm weather and its massive size. I can't imagine getting lost in that and you're cold.
How fun, though.
Oh, definitely fun. I would do it. It seems really cool, but
with the hot chocolate.
Probably hard. Yeah, you need something warm.
Absolutely. So tomorrow we're going to have a little bit more snowfall building into the area. Alert day in the forecast because that snow is going to be coming through the afternoon and evening. So roads are going to be quite slushy later in the day. Temperature-wise, will be close to freezing. So this is going to be some heavier snow for us to get cleaned up. Generally, about 1 to 3 inches expected throughout the evening and overnight Sunday into Monday. For next week, we're expecting some sunshine and some milder temperatures. We'll be in the low 40s on Tuesday, and then high temperatures staying above freezing through the week. So we'll see a little bit of melting outside. Overnight lows, though, dropping back below freezing for us, extending in through the following weekend, and the following week we'll get back with some sunshine. Not a lot of chances to pick up a lot of snowfall, mainly just that event passing through tomorrow. I think the focus is still on those nicer temperatures expected to build in.
All right, thanks, Dana, and thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night.